Now, why don't you talk me through the different types of beer? I know you said that people are going to have the chance to try some beer, maybe that they haven't tried before, and all the different types. What are the different types of beer?
I can't tell you. There's too many. So basically, with beer, you've got two main sort of parts or categories to beer, and then those are separated into different styles. So your two main ones are lagers and ales, and all that sort of signifies, or all that sort of does, is it separates it into how the brewing process took place, where the yeast fermented in the beer, what temperatures it was at, and then obviously the ingredients also dictate what the name of the beer is. So for example, within a lager style, which is what we get in South Africa, a lot of, like your Castles, your Black Labels, Windhoek, Amstel, etc. Those would be your pale lagers and light lagers. Then you start dealing with Boks, Double Boks, Oktoberfest beers, Marzen beers, Pilsners, etc. So there's a whole sort of branch that goes off from lagers. And then within ales, again, it's maybe 300-400 different styles, some of which are unique to certain regions, like in Bavaria or you know, certain parts of England and Scotland. But ales are the door that has yet to be opened in South Africa. That's
really exciting. I'm actually excited to try all those different kinds of beers. Now, which I remember speaking to someone, and I can't remember what type of beer, but actually they said that South Africans are drinking, I think, ales too cold.
Yeah. So temperature releases flavor. It's the same in wine tasting and competitions. If you go to a wine judging competition where some of these guys are doing 200-300 wines in a day, and especially professional judges, there's a lot of spitting. There's a lot of and spit it out.
Right.
Don't do that in beer, because you need the finish, and the finish unfortunately has to go down to the back of your throat and past it, so that you can appreciate the hops or whatever the finish may be. So to answer your question, if you have a slightly warmer beer, not warm as in you've just taken it off the shelf and it's been in the boot of your car, but slightly warmer than straight out of the fridge, you get more flavor coming from the beer. Which, as I said, is what they do in wine tasting competitions. So you're not supposed to put it next to your fire for a bit, and you're not supposed to put it in the freezer. But if you can optimally serve it between sort of 7 and let's call it 14 degrees, 15 degrees, or store it at that temperature, then you're good to go. Yeah.
Perfect temperature. Is there going to be food pairings at the Festival of Beer?
Yes, so we have some unbelievable food vendors at it. We've got El Burro, who does the Mexican food. We've got Reith Gourmet, the German butchery. We've got Pete Goffwood and the Kitchen Cowboys. They do their steak rolls. We've got Wicked Waffles, which is a Belgian guy who cooks with beer in his dough, in his batter. We've got a pizza company. We've got Black Market Sandwiches, who does a porter, basted or cooked prime rib and brisket. We've got a slow roasting guy who's does it sort of Midwest of America style. And then we've got various other guys. And basically what we encourage the guys to do, besides what they're cooking with, for example, Black Market Sandwiches uses the wild clover porter, and then he sort of marinates his meat in it and then cooks it in it. We actually tell the guys, taste this, taste that, and pair it with this beer. So they'll do like a special offer of the fish tacos from El Burro with a, let's call it a Devil's Peak First Light Golden Ale. So those combos work very well. And then what we've also done in the past is little taste-sized pieces that you can have with, we've had Guinness and oysters there. We've had
Guinness and oysters.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
That's an awesome combination.
Is it?
Yeah, it's probably one of the best combos you'll ever have in your life.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My mind has just been blown.
Yeah, that silky smoothness. It's really good.